AITAH for calling the police on my niece and not telling my sister beforehand. I am a 24-year-old woman, and I have a 35-year-old sister with a 16-year-old daughter. Her daughter has started rebelling, typical teenage behavior. By being a teenager, I don't mean stealing, but being mouthy, thinking she's invincible, and believing she knows better than everyone. But recently, she's developed sticky fingers. She's been banned from the mall in our neighborhood, suspended from school for taking a girl's phone, and even tried to pawn her mother's wedding ring. I don't like having my niece at my house because of this. I've worked too hard for my things to be stolen. 2 weeks ago, I noticed the patio door was unlocked, even though I always make sure to lock all my doors before leaving. My fiancé suggested we get cameras, so we installed them in the house. Last week, on Wednesday, my fiancé and I went to look at wedding venues and were gone all day. When we got back, I only had to unlock the bottom lock to get inside. We checked the cameras, and sure enough, my niece and her friends somehow picked the lock to the window. She was in our house for hours with 2 guys. They took money from my purse, 2 of my fiancé's Rolex watches, and my grandmother's wedding ring left to me when she passed away last year from cancer. They were eating snacks and watching TV, shoes on our table and couch, acting like they lived there and this was normal. I called my sister, told her what happened, and gave my niece 2 days to return everything or I would call the police. My sister said she would handle it. Thursday came nothing. Friday came still nothing. So I called the police, showed them the video, and filed a report. Later, my sister called me, crying and screaming that I should have told her beforehand. I told her I gave her 2 days and heard nothing back before calling the police. She's lucky I gave her grace for those 2 days. My mom called and said, "You don't have kids, so you don't understand." I told her it doesn't matter if I have kids or not. She committed a crime and brought 2 strangers into my house. My safety was in danger. I don't get the "you should have warned me" part. Warn her for what? So she could hide her. I don't think I did anything wrong. My sister and her husband said they won't be coming to our wedding. I told them their invitation was revoked after their daughter stole my things. I've been getting threats from her husband. I want to block them, but my fiancé says to keep all the evidence in case something else happens. We now have a security system and have changed the locks. We're getting a safe for the watches and other valuable items. We were planning on moving by the end of the year, and none of my family will know where I live then. I don't feel safe knowing 2 random men know where I live. My fiancé also says we're getting a guard dog. We were already planning on getting a dog, but this is definitely for guarding. Also, buy beforehand. My sister meant like the day I called the police. I have not gotten my things back yet, but I'm calling local pawn shops and checking Facebook and Craigslist. To those calling me names for calling the police, where are your solutions? I did not want to call the police. That's why I gave her 2 days. You don't know how unnerving it is to have your home broken into. You don't know how unsafe it feels to walk in, scanning if anything is gone, hearing a creak and wondering if they came back. These 2 random men she brought know where I live. I should feel safe here, but I feel anything but that. If this had been someone else's home, she could have been seriously hurt or even worse. Hopefully, this was a wake-up call. If she needed money, she could have asked me, not broken into my home with 2 men who are still on the streets. They could come back at any moment and do who knows what.